see that. I believe you.
Strange. I feel I got so much anger.
Now we have The Amazing Spider-Man 2. You cannot keep this character down. This time he's fighting not one, not two, but three villains. And they're all interesting. Actually, I like the villains in this movie. Jamie Foxx is in this edition. He plays Electro, and he's this sycophant fan of Spider-Man who turns like a little nutso, and through this weird experiment goes all cartoon on us.
How about you come with me? Go somewhere we'll talk. Away from all these people, okay?
Also, we have the Green Goblin, who's back in the form of Spider-Man, Peter Parker's old friend, Harry Osborn. This time played by Dane Dehaan, and Dane Dehaan is one of the best of the young actors, I think.
You ever figure out why your parents bailed? My dad left a briefcase. That's all I got, briefcase full of junk. Whatever, I don't know, I try to think about it. How's that working out for you? Perfectly.
He's well suited for this role, and he's a complicated character now. His father, who ran Oscorp, has died, and that's played by Chris Cooper. But who inherits the company? Well, it's none other than the Green Goblin, as he turns out to be. So that's another challenge for Spider-Man. And then we have Paul Giamatti along for the ride this time. So with all these villains, there's gotta be a lot of action, and they're all going at it.
Let's go catch a spider.
This movie is full of outstanding special effects, even for the Spider-Man franchise. The movie is a lot of fun. It's a little long, I think, but it's really going to appeal, I think, to very young kids in particular. This is not the darkness of like the Dark Knight series and that sort of thing that Batman went to. This is keeping it on the up and up.
You're not going anywhere. Come here. Come to Daddy. Okay, stop it.
There is a lot of dumb lines in this thing. You can't help that in this whole Spider-Man world. It is full of some of the corniest stuff of any superhero movie I've seen, but I kind of like it. It all fits. And then once again, we have Sally Field back as Aunt May, as clueless as ever. You'd think she lives with this guy. You'd think she'd figure out, like everybody else, that he might be Spider-Man, even when she has to wash his uniform, and he has an excuse for that. You got to see it to believe it.
You just kissed me.
What? How'd you like it?
I felt a little bit rushed.
I know.
And what also makes it work beautifully is Emma Stone here as Gwen Stacy, the love interest for Peter Parker. These two are terrific together, Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone, and she has a much bigger part than in the first one.
I'm coming with you.
Come on, it's too dangerous. Sorry, I love you. Don't hate me.
Also, New York City is a major star of this version. In the first Amazing Spider-Man, a lot of time he spent in his house, in his room, in dark spaces. Here he's really out and flying around, and they really have fun with all the whooshing and the flying and all that stuff that goes on around New York. With a lot of great action set pieces and daring do. One little warning here. One major character may not survive this edition to live again in the sequel. We're going to have to find out, but I was kind of shocked and surprised. At any rate, The Amazing Spider-Man 2 is worth seeing, especially if you're a fan of Marvel comic books. It's one to see. I say go.